Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the electrifying world of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, or as you probably know it, the UFC. If you've ever wondered how this global phenomenon started, what makes it so compelling, and who the legends are that built this sport, then you're in the right place. So, grab your snacks, get comfortable, and let's explore the story of the UFC. It all began back in 1993. The concept was simple yet revolutionary. Find out which martial art is the most effective in a real fight. Forget weight classes, forget time limits, and forget most of the rules you see today. The first UFC event, UFC 1, was a one-night tournament featuring fighters from diverse backgrounds. We're talking sumo wrestlers, boxers, karate experts, and jiu-jitsu practitioners. The idea was to pit style against style. A lanky Brazilian named Royce, Gracie, representing Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, entered the tournament. He was smaller than most of his opponents, but what he lacked in size, he more than made up for in technique. He submitted one opponent after another, proving to the world that leverage and grappling could overcome brute strength. This was the birth of modern mixed martial arts. Those early days were wild, often controversial, and famously described as human cockfighting. The lack of rules and the raw brutality of the fights led to political backlash. The sport was banned in many states and dropped from cable providers. It was a dark time, and the UFC was on the brink of collapse, but then a massive shift happened. In 2001, casino executives Frank and Lorenzo Fertitta, along with their business partner Dana White, purchased the struggling company. They saw the potential, the pure athleticism, and the warrior spirit that lay at its core. Their vision was to transform the UFC from a no-holds-barred spectacle into a legitimate, regulated sport. This new era brought significant changes. The UFC worked with athletic commissions to establish a unified set of rules. Weight classes were introduced to ensure fair competition. Time limits were set, and gloves became mandatory. This was crucial for fighter safety and for gaining mainstream acceptance. But the real game changer came in 2005 with a reality show called The Ultimate Fighter. The show featured aspiring fighters living and training together, competing for a coveted UFC contract. The Season 1 finale between Forrest Griffin and Stephan Bonnar was an absolute war. It was a 3-round slugfest that was so captivating, it's widely credited with launching the UFC into the mainstream. Millions of people tuned in, and a new generation of fans was born. From that point on, the UFC's growth has been explosive. Pay-per-view numbers skyrocketed, and the organization began hosting events all over the world, from Brazil to Australia, from the UK to Japan. The sport of MMA evolved rapidly. Fighters were no longer one-dimensional specialists. To compete at the highest level, you had to be well-rounded. You needed crisp striking, dominant wrestling, and slick submissions. This evolution created a new breed of athlete, some of the most skilled and physically conditioned individuals on the planet. And with this growth came the superstars, the legends who became household names. You can't talk about the UFC without mentioning Chuck Liddell, the Iceman, with his devastating knockout power. Or Georges St-Pierre, the Canadian superstar known as GSP, a master tactician who dominated the welterweight division for years. There's Anderson the Spider Silva, whose striking creativity and matrix-like head movement made him seem unbeatable. And, of course, Ronda Rousey, the trailblazer who brought women's MMA to the forefront with her incredible judo and armbar submissions. She became a global icon and proved that female fighters could be massive draws. Then came the era of Conor McGregor. The Notorious wasn't just a phenomenal fighter. He was a master of promotion and mental warfare. His sharp wit and charismatic personality brought unprecedented attention to the sport. His fights became global events, breaking pay-per-view records and crossing over into the mainstream media like never before. He showed that personality and showmanship were just as important as fighting skills in becoming a megastar. But what truly makes the UFC so special? It's the purity of the competition. It's one-on-one with nowhere to hide. It's a physical and mental chess match played at 100 miles per hour. It's about discipline, sacrifice, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. These fighters dedicate their entire lives to honing their craft. The training camps are grueling, pushing their bodies and minds to the absolute limit. They deal with injuries, weight cuts, and the immense pressure of performing under the brightest lights. Every time they step into that octagon, they are putting it all on the line. The UFC is also a global melting pot of talent. Fighters come from every corner of the globe, each bringing their own unique style and story. You have wrestlers from the mountains of Dagestan, Muay Thai strikers from the gyms of Thailand, and Jiu-Jitsu wizards from the favelas of Brazil. This diversity is what makes the matchup so fascinating. It's a celebration of different cultures and martial arts traditions, all coming together on the world's biggest stage. Today, the UFC is a multi-billion-dollar enterprise, broadcast in over 165 countries to nearly 1 billion households. It's owned by Endeavor, a global entertainment and sports giant, and its popularity continues to soar. The production value of the events is second to none, with incredible visuals, expert commentary, and compelling storytelling that builds anticipation for each fight. The UFC has also been a leader in digital content, using platforms like YouTube and social media to connect with fans and give them a behind-the-scenes look at the lives of the fighters. The organization continues to evolve. They opened the UFC Performance Institute, a state-of-the-art facility in Las Vegas dedicated to fighter health, nutrition, and training. It's a resource that helps athletes optimize their performance and prolong their careers. They've also expanded their divisions, providing more opportunities for fighters of all sizes and for both men and women. Beyond the champions and the superstars, the UFC is filled with incredible stories of perseverance. Fighters who have overcome adversity, poverty, and personal struggles to chase their dream. These are stories that resonate with people everywhere. It's the underdog who pulls off a shocking upset. It's the veteran champion who digs deep to defend their title one last time. It's the raw emotion you see after a hard-fought victory or a devastating loss. That's the human element that makes the sport so compelling. It's not just about fighting, it's about the journey. So, from its controversial beginnings as a style versus style tournament to its current status as a global sports powerhouse, the UFC has had an incredible journey. It has transformed the martial arts landscape forever and created a new generation of sports heroes. It's a testament to vision, perseverance, and the timeless appeal of one-on-one competition. Whether you're a hardcore fan who never misses a fight or someone just curious about the sport, there's no denying the impact the UFC has had on the world. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. What's your favorite UFC moment, or who is your favorite fighter of all time? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of sports. We'll see you in the next one.